Hey everyone, my name is Walter Myers Jr., and I will be speaking on non-cognitive skills. So, what does non-cognitive skills mean? These are skills that are defined as personality traits, patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behavior of individuals that may continue to develop throughout their lives. Educators tend to focus on non-cognitive skills that are directly related to academic success. So, as an educator, I'm sure most teachers have focused on critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, emotional health, social skills, work ethic. These are just a few examples of non cognitive skills. So, in education, again, non cognitive skills most strongly associated with academic performance are academic behaviors, which is going to class and participating. There's academic perseverance, which is that grit, that determination, that self discipline. There's academic mindsets, that feeling of belonging with an academic community and believing that ability and competence can grow with effort. There's learning strategies, which is basically goal setting. And then there's social skills, which is the interpersonal skills, the cooperation with others. So, cognitive skills are the core skills your brain uses to think, read, learn, remember, reason, and pay attention. Working together, they take incoming information and move it into the bank of knowledge you use every day at school, at work, and in life. Cognitive skills are skills that play an important part in processing new information. That means even if one of your skills, cognitive skills or non-cognitive skills, is weak, no matter what kind of information is coming your way, grasping, retaining, or using that information is impacted. In fact, most learning struggles are caused by one or more weak cognitive skills. So as you can see here, we there's a chart that compares cognitive and non-cognitive abilities. We'll touch on cognitive briefly in a moment, but I do want to talk about non-cognitive abilities. So the first one we have here is motivation. Achievement motivation can be described simply as the desire to obtain academic or professional success. The second one is effort. Effort consists of willingness to exert energy required to understand and master an activity or task. The third one is your interpersonal skills, which are skills used by a person to interact with others properly. In our professional life, the term generally refers to an employee's ability to get along with others while trying to get the job done. And then the last one is self-efficacy, which is a concept that human achievements depend on the, I guess you could say, the reciprocal interaction of the person's behavior, personal factors, or self and environmental conditions. It's one belief that in his or her ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish a goal. So, importance of non-cognitive skills. Non-cognitive skills refer to a set of skills that fall outside of the traditional definitions of intelligence, but still allow individuals to contribute to society and to achieve success, such as critical thinking skills, social skills, persistence. So, non cognitive skills are important because studies show that non cognitive skills in students are significant predictors of positive outcomes in adulthood. This may also include in employment, mental health, uh, when it comes to substance abuse, and even education. In fact, other studies have shown that students with higher levels of non cognitive skills are more likely to engage in maybe political activity and maybe even voting as an adult. So how do educators teach non-cognitive skills in class? So there's three that we want to touch on here. The first one is perseverance, which refers to the mastering of a skill or completing a task. So a major component of perseverance is grit, which refers to the tendency to sustain interest in an effort towards very long-term goals. An example I saw on this would be a professor or a teacher teaching perseverance by breaking down large tasks, such as the completion of a research paper. The second one is the metacognitive strategies. These are goal-oriented efforts to influence one's own learning behavior and process by focusing on awareness, on thinking and selecting, monitoring, and planning strategies. And then the third one is creativity, which is another important non-cognitive skill that is defined as the production of useful ideas. Creativity is an important non-cognitive skill because it has a significant association with overall grade point average and flexibility. So again, why are non-cognitive skills important? Non-cognitive skills cover a range of abilities, such as conscientiousness, perseverance, and teamwork. These skills are critically important to student achievement, both in and beyond the classroom. They form a critical piece of worker skill set, which comprise of cognitive, non-cognitive, and job-specific skills. So, how can we assess non-cognitive skills? So this is what we consider the traditional way to assess. The first one is self-assessment, which is usually individuals describe themselves by answering a series of standardized questions. And an example of that would be, yes or no kind of questions, or some kind of constructed with a constructed response. And then there's another one called other ratings, which is a type of assessment in which others, such as your supervisor, your colleagues, your friends, faculty, advisors, your coaches, they rate individuals on various non-cognitive skills. Other ratings are also most appropriate when used to evaluate individuals with low verbal ability. The third one is teacher and parent rating, which has been used for gauging younger students' non-cognitive characteristics due to concerns that children lack the cognitive ability to self-rate themselves. And then there's also letters of recommendation, which represents a specific form of other rating and have been extensively used in a range of educational and workplace contexts. Letters of recommendation provide those with detailed information about applicants' past performance, with the writer's opinion and about the applicant. I know as a teacher myself, I've had numerous students ask me, especially if they're a senior, if I would write them a letter of recommendation. These are ways that we can assess non-cognitive skills. And then the last one is interviews, which are most frequent used. They are also used for admissions, promotions, scholarships, and other awards in educational contexts. So now we look at the assessing of non-cognitive skills, the more so innovative ways. So the first one is the situational judgment test, or SJTs, which are a type of test where individuals are presented with a situation and then they select either the most appropriate response or their typical response out of a list of possible choices. And I'll give you an example of that in just a moment. Self-rated SJTs. There's several advantages over this. They may be developed to reflect more subtle and complex judgment process. But it in the end, it enables the measurement of many relevant attributes of applicants, including social competence, communication skills, critical thinking, and leadership. All right. Other rated SJTs. These are more of your observers, such as a parent or teacher would be presented with a particular situation, and they would judge what the target student would do in that situation. And I also have an example I'll show you on that. And then the last one is the conditional assessment, which are multiple choice tests consisting of items that look like reading comprehension or logical reasoning items, but are used to measure worldview, personality, biases, and motives. So here you see that this is an example of a standard judgment test. It can be text-based or presented throughout multimedia, and responses can be multiple choice. For example, pick the best response. It could be constructive response, or it could be ratings. So here is an example of other rated SJTs. So this was demonstrated that the SJT can be reliably administered in other report formats. This study used both self-report and parent report to assess middle school students' emotion management skills. So a model for improving non-cognitive skills in students. Here you can see that there's many ways that we can try and as educators to improve non-cognitive skills. You have self-awareness, exploration, and support. An example of self-awareness would be self-assessment questionnaires, what we just kind of talked about. As far as exploration, internships, volunteering, participating in sports. And then you have support, which is a mentor program or finishing school. So here is a list of references that I used. If you'd like to learn more about non-cognitive skills, please feel free to check out the references listed. And thank you for watching.